Hello, this is Andrea. I'm not on the screen this time. I'm actually recording my screen. Finally worked out how to do it. Um, I don't want you to be alarmed and think that I'm a crazy person, but I am testing out Binary Option Club so we know for absolute sure what this thing is all about and whether it works or not. Basically, I spoke to Steve at Put Capital, and I was talking about the fact that I really thought things had changed and the software's come out and there's still not really a conclusion because he's actually worked really well, but he just decided to stop just because that was his own preference. So Steve offered to fund an account with $250 and for me to test it properly. I'm just a normal person. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not on the VIP list. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to get rid of it. So I'm going to test this properly. You know, like I've said, I'm a normal person. I'm not on this special VIP list. And we will get a proper, true reading if this works or not. So Steve said, I'll fund the account. I mean, Steve's got the money to lose, if you like. He advises people strongly to not invest in anything like this if you need that money, if it's coming out of your bank. He made quite a bit on on his review of this, so he said let's put a little bit more in and let's test this properly. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just to let you know, I have spent 2 days, one day trying to fund the account, which was really difficult, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And the second day and night, I was up till 3 o'clock this morning trying to get this recording software to work. My God, I don't know how I didn't chuck this laptop out the window. So there's a few things. Oh, I'm going to have to work out what this is. Hold on, I'm just going to pause. Okay, I think I've sorted that out. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about. So I'm going to tell you what's happened till now. I signed up. Like basically, this was my theory, and I know I sort of go on a bit, but just hear me out. I wanted to join up fresh from the website, fresh without using anyone's link, and get myself an affiliate link. That's what I wanted to do because obviously that is the steps that apparently the reviewers take. Sign up fresh from the website and get themselves an affiliate link, which is what they put below on their videos. So in my kind of theory, I'm thinking the makers or whatever it is of these softwares or whoever it is behind it, the brokers, are aware that these people are going to try and sell this product. So that was what I wanted to do. So I tried to make that happen, but it didn't because I went to binaryoptionclubsoftware.com and there was no such website. It wasn't coming up. This was a couple of days ago, and I thought, okay, I'm not sure if I've missed the fact that it's got a different web address. I don't know. I didn't actually go through up the reviewers' videos and find out. I think Keith gave on his original video the actual just the website address without a link or anything. So what I did to get to the website, I used Steve's link, which is on the Put Capital Reviews page, just to get myself on the bloody website because I couldn't find the thing. And then when I went there, because I told Steve I wanted to get an affiliate link so that I could, you know, go with it that way just to see what happens. But the affiliate option wasn't coming up at the bottom when it was for Steve. Now I don't know if it wasn't coming up because I've landed on the website through someone else's link. I don't know. I might be looking way too far into this, but because I'm trying to work out what is the formula here. What is the formula to get the versions that work basically. So anyway, I followed Steve's link and I wasn't getting an affiliate option. So I just joined up through Steve's link. So I wasn't able to test out my theory is what I'm saying. So I got CT option and I spent a day trying to make a deposit. The thing kept declining over and over again. Every time I phoned up to try and get it rectified, you're phoning a Norway number, which isn't ideal from my mobile phone in the UK. And they kept just taking my name and number and saying someone ring me back. Why there isn't someone on the phone that can help me, I'm really not sure. She's saying, oh, he's in a meeting at the moment. I'm thinking, hey, what is there, like 3 of you there? I don't really understand this. Why can't you help me? Anyway, backwards and forwards. Finally, someone rang me, and he suggested that I try and make the deposit on the mobile app because that's more successful, because sometimes there can be problems on the laptops making deposits. Well, that's not good. So I downloaded the mobile app, tried it on there. That buggered up a couple of times. It wasn't even saying whether it declined or not. It was just taking me to a blank screen. So I tried that a few times. Then I had to phone my bank to see if any of it had actually been deposited, or if any of it had tried to. You just don't need this type of crap when you're just trying to make a deposit simple. Anyway, the next day I tried again. I mean, this all day I was trying backwards and forwards, waiting for people to ring me back, and different things. And then finally the next day I just went to make the payment, and it just came through, and I got a text message from my bank saying, is this you, type thing. When I spoke to my bank on the phone, they said there wasn't any, they weren't stopping it. It wasn't even trying when I was trying for. So that took me forever. So then I've got a deposited, a funded account. Hurrah, let's go with this. But I needed to download some software to record this happening, to record my screen, which I've never done before. And I've spent the best part of a day and a half trying to get the thing to work. I'm not even going to go into it, but oh my God, I seriously don't know how I didn't chuck this laptop. So not great impression of CT option. I phoned up, I think it was about 3 or 4 times, and each time I was just told that someone would ring me back, and no one ever did. So, and that's 3 or 4 times that I've now got a Norway number on my mobile phone bill. So I have already logged into this. I went straight into it. Straight away, alarm bells are ringing, because it is very, very similar, and I'd say identical in some places, as all the old ones that scammed us last year. The ones I can think of off the top of my head is Prism and Traders Revenge. They were definitely the same people behind that. Basically, when I came in, this box came up. Now, I don't know if anyone else used the scammy ones last year, but this text here is exactly the same wording and exactly the same font as the scammy ones last year. Now, that, my heart dropped. Don't get me wrong, I'm aware that this is probably a scam. Steve is aware that it's probably not going to work, but he's happy to lose that money just so that we can properly test this. So yeah, this wording here is exactly the same as a few of them last year. So I was disappointed. And then it took me through a tutorial. I'll get rid of that now because I just wanted to show you. Oh, hello. Then it took me, it pushed me straight into a tutorial, exactly the same as what happened on a few of them last year. So it won't let you do anything. You have to watch this tutorial, and as part of the tutorial, you have to take a trade. And I remember last year thinking, well, that ain't right. So I had to take a trade. So as part of the tutorial, I had to take a trade, and the trade was a tie. Oh. Anyway, so I then went and did a bit of investigating. Asked Steve, hi, was you forced to take a trade as part of a tutorial? No, he wasn't. Now, the only difference between me and Steve is he joined up fresh from the website with his own link and requested an affiliate link, and I have joined via his link. My theory may be absolute crap here, but you can sort of see what I'm saying. If someone joins fresh and asks for an affiliate link, they know they're going to try and sell the product, so they might make it work for them. But I have joined through his link, and last year I joined via various reviewers' links, and they were all a disaster. So I asked, there was one person at Put Capital that I'm in touch with that has used this, and it worked okay for a couple of days, and then it lost loads on, I think it was the 3rd day, and he would do whatever he had left. He said he joined through a reviewer's link, and he was also forced to take the first trade with this tutorial thing. So, this is my first sort of on-screen video experience, guys, so you might have to bear with me a little bit. I also live with my dad, who's building a conservatory. I don't know if you can hear the banging, but at any point he could walk in and just decide to have a chat with me, so that may happen. Although I have shut my door, so he might think otherwise. Okay, so it's really weird feeling, because as I'm sitting here, my belly is like in knots, and I feel quite anxious about this whole experience about placing these trades, even though it's not my money. And Steve said, don't worry about it, I've written that money off, like just go for it. But it's a really weird feeling, because I'm not joking. Last year I was so traumatized by what was happening, but I was so nervous to even take a trade, because you know of what I'd gone through. I'm feeling a little bit nervous now. So okay, so far this situation with these apparently people sitting here, so far, because of the boxes that came up at the beginning, because of the false of the tutorial and the taking of the trade, and that box that comes up, which is exactly the same word and exactly the same font as the scammy ones last year, I'm at this moment, I don't believe that these people are even there. That's how I'm feeling. But obviously, I'm hoping this does well. I'm really hoping this does well, because then we can all know it. But oh, and also on my previous video that I did a few days ago, I have had someone come back to me, which I'm really grateful for, with some feedback about Binary Option Club, and said that it was about 80% out of the money, but the long-term trades were performing better. So we're gonna have a go. I'm gonna do a handful of 60-second trades and a handful of end of day ones, and see where we get. I've checked the economic calendar to see what's happening. There's not a lot. I mean, obviously that's Brazil, but the next one that I would want to avoid is at 1:30. So we've got an hour. I'm sure it's not going to take me an hour to do a handful of trades. So let's do this. I'm actually really scared. I'm actually pooing my pants a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm going to go sort of above 90s on the 60 seconds. I don't think it makes a difference, to be fair. Here's one. I've learned that you have to do it 30. You can't do 25. So that's out now. Oh my god, my heart is racing. How ridiculous. I'm actually really nervous about this situation. Okie dokes. Steve has said just test it, see if it works. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. So what was that? That was USD CAD, right? Okay. I hate the fact you have to put this 30 in, because it is a little bit, it does take a bit of time. I'm just going to do a handful for like 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to come back later and do some more. So we've now got 2 up there. I'm really nervous. Oh dear, it's so silly. Oh, I think I'm traumatized and scarred. I need to have therapy about what happened last year. We shall see what happens. Yeah. I sort of like the fact that it takes a bit longer, so it's not just throwing stuff out, you know. Oh, we've got a win. Okay. And last year again with Prism and Traders Revenge and all the rest, they did win quite a bit at the beginning, and then they started to lose. So I was like, oh right, we're fine. We're fine. Not gonna take that one, because I can't take that one. This works. I have found the answer, type thing. What was that thing? Oh, I've only just got a sound. Thank you. I've got another win. So this is what happened before. Obviously I'm happy that that's one, like woohoo, I'm up $13. But this is what happened before, and I remember I was saying to my sister, oh my god, this works, I can't believe it, I've got it to, I've obviously got the right internet connection, or whatever it is, I've obviously got this to work. But then it started to lose after that, and one of the members at Club Capitals had the same. It won loads in the first day, and then it started to go dodge. But I want to test this properly, and Steve feels the same. He wants people to know, because it's a waste of people's money if it is going to not work. So if it is going to, pretend it's working for a day or so and then not. Trader analysing markets. I'm going to drink my tea. It's actually 12:30, but I've only been up a couple of hours because I was up till 3 trying to sort out this bloody thing. Right, so we've had a loss there. So we've got a tie, a win, and a loss. $13 up. Woohoo! I'm going to leave that one because it's 77%. To be honest, I actually don't think that this even matters, this percentage thing. That one. But, you know, I'm gonna try and do for the 90 upwards, just so that we know that that's what I've done. So I know it's a bit boring, especially with the fact that you can't see me. I'm glad you can't see me at the moment because I've got no makeup on and I went to sleep at 3:30. So yeah, I'm not looking my best. I'm actually really nervous about this. So silly. Okay, and that lost. Oh no, it didn't. No active trades. Huh? Did I just have one on, or have I just lost my mind? I thought I just put another one on. I'll have to watch the video back because I've obviously just lost my mind. Yeah, it was AUD something, wasn't it? Okay, I'll have to watch this back because I could have lost my mind. Maybe it didn't take because the balance hasn't changed. Okay, so 81, I'm not having it. Where are all the end of days? I want to do a few end of days. Whoa. I wanted to do a few end of days as well. I wanted to do sort of 5 of each and see what happens. I know some people might be thinking she's absolutely mad, but I'm honestly just doing it because Steve offered to fund the account so that I can test this so that we can all know for sure. Because I sort of want to prove a point as well, because I thought things had changed and I did think that the scamming had been curbed a little bit. And if that's not the case, then we all know to be wary again. And because I did the video last year, I sort of feel like I feel passionate about it, and I want to show people for sure. Well, this is a little bit slow. I tell you what as well, if this is a big fat scam, which it possibly is, they have done a proper job on that website saying how much they don't like auto traders and all of this information about how auto traders work and how they're not reliable and, you know, how it's just not the way forward and all that. When I saw that box come up, you know, about joining more brokers with exactly the same word and exactly the same font, I thought, oh my God, it's the same people. It's the same people, and you've just absolutely done one on us with that website saying that, you know, they're sick of people getting scammed by auto traders and the way forward is to copy the traders and whatever. I'm going to leave this for another couple of minutes, and if it don't give me anything, then I'll have to pause the video and see what happens. Oh no, 81. Don't really want to take one for 81. Just don't feel satisfied with that. As I've said, it probably makes no bloody difference at all. But I just want to stick to my little rules. I'm going to go above 90. So we've got a tie, a win, and a loss. It's not exactly anything to celebrate, is it? Okay, I'm going to pause this video. Oh, hello. I'm going to pause this and take some more trades, and I'll come back and show you. I've just put another one on. It's taken quite a long time between trades, which I think is quite good, really. But yeah, I've just put another one on. It wasn't 90, I think it was 89%, but I was skipping quite a few that were in the 70s and 80s. So I thought, oh, that's close enough. I'll go for that one, see what happens. See what happens. I think after this I will just yeah, what I wanted to do was look at the oh, that lost. I can sort of see what's going to happen. But we're going to go for it anyway, and we're going to test it properly. Well, I've taken 5 60-second trades now. We've had a tie, 2 wins, 2 losses. We are down by $17. I want to take some end of days, but there doesn't seem to be a lot coming up. And apparently, and obviously I've got to sort of, why is that sound going off now? It was a bit late to the party, that one. Apparently there's different traders that, you know, apparently these people down over here, some of them are more expert in different things, and these two obviously don't really do end of day trades. I want to do 5 end of day trades as well. So I'm going to try and find out how to get on the actual website, because I tried binaryoptionclub.com yesterday and it wouldn't come up. So I'm going to try and do that and find out this, look at this timetable, and then find out when I'm going to come back. So I'll just pause this again. Okay, so I am actually on the website. It may have been my computer yesterday, because it really wasn't my friend at all yesterday in so many ways. So I couldn't get on Binary Option Club, but I am now. If you haven't been on it, it's binaryoptionclub.com. I still can't find the affiliate option, so maybe they've taken that off. But if you haven't been on it, go on it, because it really goes on and on and on. I mean, this is a different option that I'm on. It goes on and on and on about how it works, and auto traders are terrible, and all of that. So very clever, very clever. Yeah, so I was just having a look at the timetable. The only thing is like, what time zone is this? Hello, what time zone is this? So this is what we've got now, Jason B and Benny C apparently, and then these two, Sarah and Chase, are further on along the day. Let's have a look at their, because we've got there's a big write-up about what they do, and you know how they trade. So let's have a look at Sarah and Chase. These people probably don't exist, I'm aware, but we're not getting any end of day trades. I'm just trying to find out. Oh, I've got a knock at the door. I'm not taking any more, thank you. Don't really say. Right, so she's a bit of a mix, I think. I don't really say either. Okay, so I'm not really sure why we're not going any end of day trades, but I'm going to come back. I'm possibly going out in an hour now. So I'm going to come back later and give it another whirl. But so far, not good. That's the progress report. We shall see anyway. Okay, see you later. Bye. Hi, it's me again. I've been waiting around for an hour or so. I'm still not getting any end of day trades. It's all 60 seconds, which I find a bit strange, because again, it's different to what I'm seeing on the reviewers. The reviewers, you're getting lots of end of day and long term ones as well, so it's a little bit weird. But in the meantime, I have just done a bit of testing on IQ. I'm not doing any kind of analysing or anything. I'm just watching a trade come up and immediately going on to IQ option and taking the trade without any, I'm not even looking at the chart, I'm just taking the trade that comes up, which I think is, you know, the right thing to do. So far this is my trading history. You can see up to that 31.20, there it is. So I had a win, loss, loss, tie, loss, win, loss, 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 win, win, tie, win, which is, you know, quite surprising, and then loss. So I'm just going to do a few more. I'm gonna get absolutely fresh ones, not these ones that are stacked up. Wait until we get an absolutely fresh one. Apparently there's a new trade here. God, that noise. Jesus. I'm not convinced that that's a fresh one either. So we'll wait until an actual fresh one comes up, and then just going to go literally blind. Also, another thing that I tried was I went to CT option. I looked at these in my trading history. And just made sure that the strike rate and the end rate were, you know, were wins and losses, which they were. And I also checked that CT option has the same prices as IQ option, and it does, which surprised me quite a lot actually. But it has the same. I kept going backwards and forwards as it was changing. GBP JPY, I haven't got that one up, which delays us a little bit. Didn't even look what it was. In it's a put, so we may have wasted a little bit of time there, but I'm just going to take it anyway. That's nearly 60-second trade. Yeah, so excuse all the squiggles and all of the indicators on the chart, but I'm trying to learn. Steve's trying to teach me, Dom's trying to teach me. I'm trying to learn, but at the moment, all of them are just a little bit sort of like spaghetti at the moment to me. Yes, there we are, GBP, JPY. Let's see if anything else happens over here. I want to take fresh ones. I don't like these ones that are stacked up. Let's take that NZD USD put, that is. Sorry, I keep having to move my screen up and down, but NZD, oh, it's disappeared. Oh, it's too long. It's going to take too long. I did have it up there, but it's got full up now. That one's losing. When I was taking them at the beginning, I just thought, to be honest, we're best to actually just take the opposite to what it says. Someone has said this to me before about auto traders, take the opposite to what it says. But then I'm thinking, so if they are able to set up losing trades, then they are actually able to set up winning trades then. If they are actually able to set up losing trades, then they know it's going to lose, so therefore they know how it would win. Yeah, so anyway, I just want to let you know that. Right, okay, this is fresh. USD JPY, cool. Let's have a little look. USD JPY, cool. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just going to go for it. You can see with that has had a really sort of it has gone up quite a bit in the last however long. So it's probably more going to go down than up. So had they thought, oh, that's on the turn, let's do a call on my particular software, because everything is sort of saying it's going to go down. I might be talking absolute gibberish here, and people are thinking, that girl literally don't know what she's talking about. But you know, I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. So this is a losing trade as well, by the looks of it. I'm quite sure that that's going to lose. So did they know that that was going to lose? You know, they put it on a put because they knew it was going to go down. So no, that's probably going to prove me wrong now. Let's wait till we get a fresh. See what happens with IQ. I'm not going to bore you with this too long, but I am going to do a little bit of that. Oh god, that knock. So cringe. If in fact these people aren't even there. Oh no. No. Apparently not. What's happening with IQ? Yeah, it's still losing. So way more losers than winners. That's me going straight over. If for any reason I got there and it wasn't up the top or whatever, then I was tending to not do it because it would take too long, and then you just never know if you've confused the situation by taking too long. Yeah, I'll keep doing that testing, but I've been basically just waiting for I'll wait for another one to come up, waiting for a signal to come up and going straight there and doing it. Not thinking about it, not mucking about with it, just taking what it says. Because you never know, we might find a formula here where you just keep taking the opposite. But like I said, if they know it's going to lose, if this is manipulated and they want you to lose and they're setting up losing trades, then they must know it's going to win. USD JPY put. Let's go with that immediately. Don't waste any time. That's just over a minute trade, so you know there's so many variables. It's quite difficult to work out what's what really. But yeah, my dad probably thinks I'm talking to myself. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just do this one and see what happens. But as you can see, there's been a lot of losers. This one's actually winning at the moment, so it's nice. But yeah, if we go down to the bottom, just go over it again. That was from another day. So a loss, a win-win, tie. I'm totally lying. Sorry. A win, 2 losses, a tie, and another loss. A win, a loss, 4 losses, win-win, tie, win, which was quite nice, and then 3 losses so far, and this one looks like it's going to lose as well. So like I've said, did they know that was going to lose? This is what, you know, the point is, how do they make it lose so much? Obviously, if they want their software to lose loads so that they gain, how do they make it lose so much? Like say with Traders Revenge, for instance, last year, I had about, I think I had 9 losses in a row, and then I had another 8 losses in a row. How do they make it lose so much? They must know what the winning trade is going to be. So there must be some technology somewhere behind this that's working, because they know it's going to lose, that they want it to lose. They can't just be losing that much by chance, because surely it should sort of be 50-50. They purposely make this lose, if that is the case, or these softwares as a whole, not particularly this one because I haven't concluded the test yet, but if they are purposely making it lose, like I've had in the past, like I've said, you know, like 10 on the trot losing and then a couple of wins and then 8 on the trot losing, they must know what they're doing to make it lose, so therefore they would know what they're doing to make it win. Oh, there's a knock. Yeah, so let's have a little look. USD JPY put. I'm not going to go for that again, I don't think. Anyway, that's my little update. I still haven't had any end of days, which I find quite strange. Your USD call. Let's do it. I'm not looking. I'm just going to do it. And that's sort of around about 60 seconds. And like I said, I've checked CT option and it is the same prices as IQ. So there's no kind of, you know, that wouldn't cause a problem with trying it out on IQ. So yeah, it's a confusing one really. I don't know why I'm not getting any end of day trades, but after I've done this, I'm going to walk away for an hour or so, possibly going out, but I'm not completely sure yet, and I'm not getting very far of going out because all I'm doing is sitting here doing this and not even getting ready, which is not going to get me anywhere. But after this one, I'm going to stop and record my manual ones here, a percentage. And then I'm going to wait until maybe about 4ish later and see if any end of days come up. But yeah, weird. I'm not sure why I haven't got any. Maybe you get more end of days. Oh, that one. Maybe you get more end of days earlier in the morning. That might be the case. But I'm going to carry on testing tomorrow, obviously. But oh yeah, another thing I've discovered is I went to CT Option and spoke to someone on the chat on their platform, on their site, and you can trade as minimal as $5 with CT Option, but on Binary Option Club I gave it a go, just off when I wasn't recording. I tried a 5 and I tried a 10, it wouldn't take it, and it said it was the broker. But then I went to CT Option and you can trade as minimum as 5, so they're not allowing you to do $5 or $10 trades, even though my broker allows it. So you know, that's not okay either. Anyway, I shall be back. I'm going to stop there. Goodbye. Hi, so I'm back again. We've got an hour with no events and everything, so I thought I'd come back and see what's happening. The people, apparently the traders, have changed, and I'm getting more same day ones come up. I did take a same day earlier and it lost, and it was, I think it was an hour trade. Obviously it just says same day. I thought it was going to be like an evening one, like an end of day. But this says the payout is $1.50. I don't understand that. I don't know what that means. I don't know why if you lost you would get a payout of $1.50. But hey, all of it's pretty confusing to me. So this Chase D seems to be taking a lot of 60 seconds. I think I'm going to take one here just to see what happens. Yeah, it was Sarah M that was coming up with quite a lot of same days, but I've just skipped them all because I wasn't sure how old they were, and I worry that they're going to get invalid. Not that I think that makes any bloody difference in this situation, to be honest. I worked out earlier from the ones that I did on IQ, I did 20 trades, I had 7 wins, 11 losses and 2 ties, which is a 35% win rate, sorry, a 55% loss out of the money, and 10% tie. And if we were doing that with real money with $30 trades, we would have lost $176. So we shall see. I'm hoping some same days are going to come up because I just skipped quite a lot, but I wanted to do kind of a fresh, you know, a fresh view of it. I wasn't sure how long they've been sitting there, so I just kind of come on and they were all there. So I thought, best to kind of jog them ones on and wait until new ones get generated. Although I may be kicking myself. We'll see. I hope some come up now that I'm actually sitting and recording. Oh, that one won. Oh, what a, you know, surprise. So we're down like $24 at the moment. So, you know, not all is lost, but at the moment we're 50-50. And I want to take some same day trades. I want to take some end of day trades because I think that would be like a good kind of test, because I've done so far I've done one, even though this one, by the way, which was quite interesting. This first one that I got forced to take at the beginning in the tutorial doesn't appear on my CT option account. So yeah, that was interesting. But so far we have got 1, 2, 3. I've done 7 60-second trades, and I'd quite like to do some longer term ones. But if it doesn't happen whilst I'm recording, then you know I'll do it sort of off camera, and then we'll see. But I'd like to see really, but they're not actually coming up now, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. I don't know what I think that is going to do. Let's move it up and down. Might shake Sarah M up a bit. Wake her up. Oh, I've got to laugh at myself. No one else laughs at me. I keep myself laughing at myself. Okay, so not a lot is happening. So just to let you know, it is 20 to 4, and for the next hour or so, I'm going to try and take 4 or 5 same day trades and see how we get on. I might try and take some more 60-second ones with these two and see how we get on with them, if they actually exist. I don't know, but yeah, I might if some 60 seconds come up that are like 95%, then I might give them a little go, because that one just won, so you never know. Okay, so that's me again. Sorry, this is all in sort of like bits, but I'm trying to show you over a day. Oh, hold on a minute. Chase D's knocking at my door. Oh, it's a 60-second. I don't really want it. I don't really want to take that. I want to do some same days because I want to see what the sitch is. Like, we haven't got a lot of money there, and I don't just want to blow it in one day, because you can't really get a true read, and I want to sort of do it over a few days and see what happens. I may be kicking myself, and you may be thinking, Ange, don't do that. You know, just take them all. But I want to get some same day ones. I want to get 3 or 4 same day ones in, and then I might have a little play with the 60 seconds. Okay, that's me. I will keep you updated. Bye. Hello, it's me again. It's 1 minute past 5 in the evening, and as you can see from my trading history, what a nightmare. I sort of felt that this was the way it was going to be. My gut instinct kicked in very early on. But I was secretly hoping that this wasn't going to be the case. I was secretly hoping that, you know, I wasn't going to lose all of Steve's money, pretty much. Anyway, so when I left you, I think the last trade was this one, the CAD, the USD CAD. And everyone has lost so far, but I keep getting these payouts of 125, 125, 150. What that's about, I don't know. If anyone knows, then do comment below, because I've got no idea. But yeah, so I think one of those was they were all sort of hour ones, I think. These two were hours, and this one was like 40 minutes or something, so there wasn't really any end of day ones coming up, whereas I've seen, I'm sure it's not anything dodgy, it's probably just one of those things, but I've seen on the reviewers quite a lot of them are at the end of the day, like 9 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening. I was hoping that some of those were going to happen. I'm thinking that possibly they might happen earlier on in the day. Don't get me wrong, this is shite, this is a scam, this is not working, you know, this isn't working. That is not what you're seeing on the reviewers videos. That is not what you're seeing in their trading history, and it's not a coincidence. We know this anyway, but I just had to I had to test something thoroughly. I had to test this thoroughly, because I thought this was all over, but it just shows everyone that we can't trust anybody. I thought that we could, but we can't, and we still need to be very wary of everything. You know, apart from Steve and Put Capital and all of those, I really don't trust anyone now. Which is a shame. But yeah, so oh, I can't remember what I was saying now. I actually can't remember what I was saying. I've just gone off on a tangent. Hold on a sec. Yeah, sorry. So the actual end of day trades, which I thought might be a bit more successful, haven't really had any of them come up, but I'm thinking that possibly they would come up earlier in the day. I'm not sure. I'm going to speak to Steve and the other guy that I know that's used this software and see what they say. But yeah, I didn't start this today till about 12ish, and I've just been kind of dipping in and out. But I've taken oh, it's not letting me do that now. 1, 2, let's go on here. You know, I'm not showing this for any other reason, but just to count the statistics. Basically, there's 10 there, and that tie there. So we've got a tie. 1, 2, 3, 3 wins, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses. It's very hard to know whether it's because they're conning you, so they're purposely taking the trades that are going to lose, or whether it's just shit, like it's just crap, it's just not taking good trades. But whatever we say, whatever we think, this is not what you're seeing on the reviewers' videos. Theirs is like, you know, 8 to 9 wins out of 10. So yeah, this isn't over. I'm going to carry on tomorrow. I am going to go for this and just go for it. Steve said, don't worry about the money. You know, he's written that off. I'm going to go for it and see. So I'm going to stop today. It's 5:05. I am tempted to carry on, but I think that would just be silly. I think come back tomorrow, fresh day, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to do lots of testing against maybe trying to watch things on CT Option to see what happens and see what they do. Then again, yeah, possibly if I take some same days, then I can go over and watch what happens with it, and also to do some more testing on IQ, and possibly what I'd like to do, it may not be tomorrow, it may be another day, is take the opposite signal. So shoot over to IQ, these 60-second ones, and take the opposite and see if we can accumulate a profit, because someone has suggested this to me earlier on when I did my videos last year. It was about 6 months ago now. So quite a few people emailed me or commented underneath saying take the opposite, like use the signal and take the opposite, which I never actually did. So yeah, that's my conclusion on day 1. I have lost half my deposit so far. Woohoo! I'm not surprised, but I am silently disappointed, I've got to say. So I hope I haven't bored you too much, but I wanted to do this thoroughly and not come back and say this has happened and that's happened. I wanted to try and show as much as possible actually live. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Do comment below if they've got any information about this or anything else that, you know, us not traders, I don't know what you would call us, but us kind of newbies and us kind of consumers, if you like, should know about, to keep us, you know, informed about some dodgy stuff that we should avoid. Yeah, and thank you again for listening and for watching, and I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that it can just conclude to us. I mean, I was just talking to Steve then on Skype that, yeah, we still have to be wary and very aware that we are, you know, these things are appearing to be very good and appearing to be different and appearing to be, you know, a new approach type thing, but it doesn't look like it, guys, I'm afraid. Yeah, I am disappointed, but there you have it. That's my first day testing of Binary Option Club. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye.